the associative property of multiplication, which says that we can multiply in any, we can group numbers in any way and still get the same answer. For example, here we have 3 times 2 grouped together, multiplied times 5, but we could regroup it and have 3 times 2 times 5 grouped together, right? So when we come to number 2, instead of 4 times 3 times 2, with the 4 and the 3 grouped together, we can rewrite it 4 times 3 times 2, and we can group the 3 and the 2 together, right? And then we go to solve. We can bring down the 4, multiply that times whatever the product of 3 times 2 is, which is 6, and then we solve 4 times 6 is 24. Okay. This next one, we have 2 times 2 times 8. They have the 2 times 8 grouped together, but we can regroup it. 2 times 2, and multiply that times 8. So then we're left with 4 times 8. And if we were to solve that, we would get 32. At the bottom, they do not have it grouped for us yet, so we can choose how we want to group it. In this first one, we might want to group just 1 and the 5 together. Then we're left with 9 times 5. And then we can solve it just like we have some other problems. We can skip count by 5s 9 times. So 5 times 9 would give us 45. We're actually going to skip down to number 10. So for number 10, we have 5 times 2 times 3. So we talked about today, we can group, a good ones to group together are 5 and 2, because when we group 5 and 2, that gives us 10, and that's pretty simple for us to multiply times. So 10 times 3, that gives us 30. And then lastly, we can do this one down here, number 13. And this one we might want to group 2 and 3 together. And then we'll have 7 times 6. And then we can solve maybe ways we did before, such as with the distributive property. So we can do 5 plus 2 times 6, which gives us 6 times 5. Plus 6 times 2. What that would give us is 30 plus 12, which is 42. And so you can use the same method to solve these here. Just remember that we can group them in any way to give us, and it will give us the same answer. So we can group the 3 and the 3, or the 3 and the 2, and that's our choice. Just whatever one might make it simpler is better. For example, we might want to group the 5 and 2 here, because 10 is pretty simple to multiply by. So remember that when you're solving the other ones.